Hi everyone, welcome to Sharon's Faith Corner episode 14. I'm very excited that we're on episode 14 today. Today I'm on location here in South Salt Lake. It's very windy out here today, but this is a beautiful place that we're doing today's miracle story. We're actually doing today's miracle story at a church. And so it's kind of exciting if you can kind of see the church. But today I have a wonderful guest. Her name's Suzanne, who's going to tell us her miracle story. Before I turn it to her to tell us her wonderful story, just a reminder, if you want to be part of this project, I'm happy to meet you anywhere to get your story. I want to get as many of your miracles out there as possible. Also, a huge thank you to my wonderful sponsors, Simms Motorcycle Monkeys. They're awesome. They're also a wonderful miracle story in and of themselves. So shout out to Matthew and Robin. I love you both. Okay, with that, I'm just going to turn the camera to Suzanne. And I can't wait to hear her story. And I hope you enjoy her story as much as I do. Here you go.
Hi, my name's Suzanne, and I'm a grateful recovering alcoholic addict. Thanks, Sharon, for letting me share it today. That's a big deal to be on Sharon's Faith Corner. I got sober back in 2001, and then I was sober for a long time. Things were going really well. I was really involved and really having a great life. Things were going great. I mean, miracles are happening left and right and everywhere. So, but then what happened is I started getting migraine headaches, and nothing was working. Like, they were giving me Botox and all this stuff. This was a while ago, so about 11, 12 years ago. So what happened is that I just got scared. I lost my faith. I was afraid of the pain, and I was tired of the pain, and I started believing that medications could take away the pain better than God could. I quit believing that God was more powerful. I lost my higher power. I replaced my higher power. But the thing was, I still thought I was sober, because I wasn't drinking. So I finally, after a long time, I just finally asked my doctor, please, can I have some more tabs or some kind of... And he gave them to me, gave me a huge prescription. And I started taking them at will. Of course, because, I'm an addict, so I'm going to just take them as long, as much as I want. And that was really getting out of hand, and I didn't notice it. And some yets started happening in my life, some really big yets. Like, I had never dealt drugs before. All of a sudden I was like, whoa, I'm dealing drugs. What's this? I'm sober. I shouldn't be dealing drugs. The denial part was absolutely just unbelievable to me. Like, how could I think that, hold those two ideas in my mind? I'm sober, I'm dealing drugs. That's wrong. So anyway, it was starting to really ruin my life. It pretty much tanked my career. It was ruining my marriage, ruining my health. Everything was going down the toilet. But I was still going to meetings. I was still praying. I had a lot of faith. I knew it was not, I think actually it was just a habit. You're supposed to pray morning and night. I'd done it for 8 or 9 years, or whatever, and I wasn't going to quit. So then one night I just knelt down to pray, and I was like, God, thank you for keeping me sober. Thank you for these blessings. And then all of a sudden, out of the blue, come these 3 words: throw them away. And at first I went, what? And then I'm like, in my mind, I went, no. Right when I said no, it broke the denial, the glass of the denial, whatever that stuff was. Because if I'm saying no to my higher power, then something's really wrong. So I'm like, wait. And I remembered a phrase I'd heard in meetings, which was, God, give me the willingness to be willing. Because I wasn't willing at all. No. I was scared of that pain, of those migraines. I was very frightened, and I didn't have the faith. But I had enough faith to ask for willingness to be willing. And I remember kind of thinking, well, that'll give me a few weeks, you know. I'm going to bed, and then in the morning I woke up completely, totally on fire for sobriety. I was like, oh yes, we're doing this. I gave all the pills that I had to my husband. Throw them all. I don't want to know where you put them. I don't know where they go. Just get rid of them. And I didn't do like any kind of proper detox. I detoxed at home, so I was fainting and I was throwing up. And you know what? I was kind of happy about it. I'm like, oh, I fainted again. That means I'm getting better. And I just stopped, you know, cold turkey, because I knew what to do. I'd been through, it wasn't my first rodeo, and I knew it worked. I knew that Alcoholics Anonymous worked for me, and my higher power cared about me. Why? Because he's like saying, well, for me, my higher power, he's saying, throw them away. And I had no idea at first, but once I threw them away and started reading the big book, and then I found Sharon and the steps and things like that, then my life started getting better. Then it got more better than it was before. And it was just a whole different ball of wax. The whole thing was so much better. I am so grateful, because there are layers and layers and layers of opportunity that keep growing and growing, and I keep learning more and more. And as I learn more, my life gets better and better. And then I'm like, okay, you can't do everything, right? Nobody's perfect, but those steps, they are like, I think they're like something that you do, which is a promise, and then you are promised that you can stay sober. So I also have a very strong testimony of the steps in Alcoholics Anonymous or any other program. Anyway, thank you so much for listening to me. And I just want to tell you, I love God, and I know He has taken care of me in my entire life. I wouldn't be alive right here to talk to you. So thanks so much for listening, and I'll see you again on the Thanks.
Thanks so much, Suzanne. That was a wonderful story. Well, once again, I want to thank my guest, Suzanne. And it was fun to go out on location. I want to make this a regular thing. So again, I'll meet you wherever works for you. But please let me know if you want to be part of this project. Really, nobody's making money doing this. It's just us getting out there and trying to spread messages of hope. And the goal is to save lives. All right. Well, love you all. Have a wonderful day.